5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi YouTube, FT here. This is a video about my churchwarden pipes that I was going to make when the postman called with all those boxes for me. But first of all, in the traditional honour, and as a tribute to Jay, the housekeeping. Today I am smoking my Jima a retro pipe. It's all plastic except for the bowl, which is a meerschaum. And in it, I am enjoying, courtesy of Tom, the Penzance that he kindly sent me. And it's very nice, very nice. Quick update on my snuff container. It's all finished. Here it is. So what I do now, basically lift the handle up and you can just rotate it, take the lid off, and there's all the snuff inside. And this snuff is the L26. And then to close it up, you just put it back on, spin it round, put the handle down. Now I actually got a very big tin, it's the big size tin of the L26. And you see it's empty, but there's no way all of that would have gone into this little thing, so I've kept it in the skull. So these two contain the L26, sorry, L260. I'm calling it the L26, it's the L260. So that's done, and they'll go up on my desk. So let's look at these pipes. Well, the first one you've already seen me smoking. I don't know if it's a churchwarden or not, but it's quite a large pipe, so I'm saying it is. It's my Wellington, and it works the same way as a Peterson system pipe, and it's even got the hole at the top there, which apparently means that the smoke comes up the top over the palate rather than directly onto the tongue. But it's a big bowl and it's a nice pipe. The first true churchwarden that I purchased is this one. Well, I got this from Bonds of Oxford Street, or Bonds of London as they're now called, through the internet. It's quite a small bowl, and it's one of these condensers. Now I use this for my Christmas tobaccos, and they burn quite hot. And since I've been smoking it, it's blistered. It's got two little blisters on it. Now I don't know if you can see them on the video. If not, I'll take some photographs and freeze frame it. but they've come up since Christmas when I started smoking this, and it does get hot to hold, so I tend to hold it like this instead of actually around the bowl. But it's a nice pipe. My next churchwarden, people have said, is basically like a Lord of the Rings one. It came in this lovely presentation box. Now, this is quite heavy because this is all wood. Now, I haven't smoked this one yet, but the can't call it stem because this is the stem, but the tip comes off, and it actually takes a 9mm filter. So there's a 9mm filter in the tip, and also here it's got a condenser. But I have to be absolutely honest, and I have not smoked it yet. But I should think it's quite nice. It's not the type, it's too heavy and the bit is too small to actually rest it. This one I can rest in the mouth, but this one is just too heavy. It's a heavy pipe. But given that you want to hold it, and it looks nice, and it should smoke okay. So that's the other one. The next churchwarden is quite an old Missouri Meerschaum corn cob. It's a straight one with a bowl on the end that's about the same size as a Legend, maybe a little bit smaller than a Legend. The thing with this one is that it's got a metal slide piece here, the tenon, that goes into the shaft, the shank. God, I don't even know the name of the pipe parts. This is obviously a straight churchwarden rather than a bent. The others I've shown you so far have all been bent or semi-bent. This one has no condenser, but this piece is metal, so I suppose the fact it's metal itself, it will act as a condenser. I haven't smoked this one yet because I cannot find replacement bowls for it. The actual size of this hole here is not standard corncob size. So I have to try and find at least one replacement bowl. So once I start smoking it, I know I've got a spare if I want to swap them over. And apparently they stopped making this type of corncob back in the 60s, 70s. So that's quite an old one. And my last one is a Frankenstein of a pipe, really. It's a combination of two pipes. I bought a Hans Christian Andersen, a Stanwell Hans Christian Andersen pipe. I've got it here somewhere. This one. And it comes with a churchwarden stem, so you can replace this and put a churchwarden stem on it. Now, rather than have a stem lying around doing nothing, I decided to make a pipe up using a pipe. It's an eagle claws pipe that I purchased from the Ukraine, made out of pear wood. And this was the end result. So you've got the eagle claw part with the bulb, quite a large bulb, and the churchwarden stem. It takes a 9mm filter, but it works really well. But again, it's not heavy, but it's too awkward to clench and keep in your mouth. But as a churchwarden goes, it's quite nice, and it's well carved, so it's easy to hold. So that's really 2 pipes made into one. And I've got some photographs of them, so I'll add those to the end of the video. And finally, I just want to give a quick update on my lamp berger. I have a very, very bad short-term memory problem. What were we saying? But here's the lamp, and you can't help but notice this green and copper device I've got around it. This is only temporary at the moment, but what was happening is I was lighting the lamp, and you do that by removing this snuffer cap, like this, let it burn for 2 minutes, blow it out, then you put this diffuser over it, and you end up with this cap. What do you do with the cap? Well, of course you put it down next to the lamp, but I move the lamp from room to room to make sure all the rooms get their 20 minutes, and I forget where I've left this. So when I want to put this out, I'm hunting around for this cap. So a quick easy solution was to make this wire frame. This is heat shrink on the corners just to give it a bit of grip, and it's broken here because it's sprung loaded, so if I take that off it's like a paper clip. And what all I do is when it's actually running, I just pop that in there so I can pick this up, move it around the house, doesn't matter where it goes. When I'm ready to put it out, I take the cage off, take that out, put that on top, and then job's done. So I don't have to remember where that is. Now I've got a patent pending on this, so don't try and copy me. This is a prototype. I'm going to go down to Dragon's Den and see if they're going to invest 100,000 to sell snuff cap holders on all the lamp bergers that have ever been made and sold, and I think it's going to be a good thing. So there it is. Not very attractive at the moment, but I'm going to make a more permanent one. Probably use a brass of some sort, a brass band, and have it completely going around so it just slots over. Handy little tip for those of you who have trouble remembering where you put your snuffer caps for your lamps. So that's my working week over. I'm looking forward to sitting in the comfy chair, having a smoke and some whiskey, and having a long lazy weekend. So I will hope you have a good weekend, and thanks for watching, and take care and keep them alight.